Minasan, okarinasai. Today, well, I'm not going to say that this lady is underrated or underappreciated, even if she is. Honestly, her whole group is like totally forgotten, in my opinion. But this lovely angel is an idol princess, really funny, and honestly a pretty cool person. Nanami Yamashita, born July 19th, 1995, in Tokushima Prefecture. I think she's the only person I follow from this prefecture, and she's affiliated with 81 Produce. Her career is simultaneously short but fairly successful at the same time. With that being said, keep in mind that her goal was actually never to be a voice actor, but more so a performer. Despite that, she's actually had quite a few roles, enough for me to consider her having a successful career. 2013 is kind of the prologue of said career, when she was one of 7 successful applicants of the AVEX 81 Produce Wakeupgirls audition second anti-song vocal audition. Yes, the word audition was in that title twice. 2014 was her full debut at 18 years old, technically her 19th year of being alive, but her birthday had not passed yet. And in my opinion, this is one of her best years, with her debut role, of course, being Nanami Hisami in Wakeupgirls, one of her most notable and probably her most important. Joining the live-action group of the same name, she was the Purple Lady, while her image animal was the wolf. During her 6-ish years with Wagyu, she had 9 singles, 1 in collaboration with pop singer Main, and 4 best-of albums. Not to mention 2 full seasons of the anime and 3 short movies. Super underrated or just forgotten good idol series, by the way. Look out for a video about them within the next few months. Anyway, aside from all that goodness, she also had the roles of Master Lieber in Trinity 7, Chifuyu in When Supernatural Battles Become Commonplace, shoutouts to that banger ending theme, then Hakadol number 3 in Hakadol, and Pepper Tayo in Prepara. 2015 was a few more new roles. Kana in Battle Spirits Burning Souls, Nya Hashimoto in Mr. Osamatsu, and another big idol role of Yui Otsuki in IdolMaster Cinderella Girls, a role she would also perform as in live action. 2016, she would voice Sugumi in High School Fleet, but also Wendy in the Mecha Show 100, and Garnet in the children's show Puzzle and Dragons. Funny enough, both of these characters have the same English voice actor as well, one of my old-time favorites, Jade Saxton. Fun coincidence. But back to Nanami, that's actually it for new roles, but I will mention a 1-episode character of Rookie Succubus in Konosuba. 2017, her only new role was Sushi in the Isekai in Another World with My Smartphone. Everything else was new seasons or small 1-episode stuff, more on those later as always. 2018's new roles include Hyo in Bakumatsu, Miria in Yuna and the Haunted Hot Springs, peak degen right there. As for Studio Trigger and Mecha fans, you'd be happy to hear that she was in Darling in the Franxx as the lovely Miku, her most favorited character on my anime list. 2019, Year of the Pig, which is her zodiac, another Cinderella-themed idol series, voicing Yoshimi Iwaki in Cinderella 9, then 2 pretty big shows, one a little more than the other, the first one being Kakaguri Season 2 as Inaho, and then one of the 3 little butterfly cuties, Kyo, in the ever-so-popular Demon Slayer. 2020 was a 1-episode character Sally Lau in the short series Grand Blues, but also Kyon Kyon in full series Dropkick on My Devil, aka Joshin-chan, and another pretty series role of Kirachu in Kirato Pichan. 2021, she only had 1 full role, Litka in the new season of Log Horizon. Then 2022 was just new seasons of Joshin-chan and Demon Slayer. 2023 was yet again more new seasons of old stuff, and the only new role was Karage in Temple. This year of 2024, all she has had is the current season of Demon Slayer that is airing, once again voicing the little cutie Kyo, being a lot less active as the years go on. But in this decade-long career of hers, she has had 1 episode or just really minor characters in some good stuff, like Nanabun no Nijuni, Scientific Railgun, Grimoire Zero, Inspector, Life Lessons with Uramichi, Magi the Adventure of Sinbad, My Hero Academia Season 6, Love Live Superstar, Restaurant to Another World, 3D Real Girl, and If It's For My Daughter, I'd Even Defeat a Demon Lord. There's also music credits in a handful of shows, always with other cast members, but most of those shows seem to have different endings every couple of episodes. So her credits include Endings First, all 6 different endings of Darling in the Franxx, episodes 6 and 10 of In Another World with My Smartphone Season 1, then endings 2 and 3 for Season 2, first 2 endings of Temple, and then all 3 for Osamatsu Season 3. Keeping up with that, she did the opening for the Osamatsu movie, as well as When Supernatural Battles Become Commonplace, actually having a live performance of that one, which will be linked down below. Lastly, Hakadol, doing both opening and ending themes with other castmates. Then of course her idol series Cinderella 9, Cinderella Girls, and Wakeupgirls, being featured in multiple songs from each franchise. When it comes to video games, well over 70 roles, tie-ins for anime like High School Fleet, Demon Slayer, Kyoto Pre-chan, Pre-para, and Hakudoll. Actually, her Hakudoll character was a guest in like 5 other games as well, but I assume most of those were just low-end mobile stuff. Of course, she's got the idol series that she's in as well, like Wakeupgirls, IdolMaster, Cinderella 9, and 8-Beat Story. Then the usuals Shadowverse, Blue Archive, and Grand Blue Fantasy. But there's also anime that she's not in, like Little Witch Academia, Haikatsu, and Shachibato. Kind of Konosuba as well, like she's barely in the show, and in the game she voices a completely different character. But games with more well-known IP would be Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, Goddess of Victory Nikkei, Digimon Realize, and Onsen Musume. She's actually had a lot of drama CDs, audio dramas, audio books, and digital comics, doing quite a bit of audio-only work, not having any animation tied to it. And then there's her one foreign dubbing role, being the voice of Sandy in the Japanese dub of Thomas and Friends' All Engines Go, performing a bunch of songs with the franchise too, and with some of her old Wagyu teammates, which I guess is kind of a good transition into the live show section. We'll start with Wagyu since that was her main jam. I don't think she missed a single event that she was scheduled to be at. So that means the first 4 live tours, all 3 parts of the final tour, the 8 or so singular lives that they had, all the festivals they were at like Anime Central, AFA Singapore, Bilibili World, Anime Jam twice, Animax 3 times, and Anisama 4 times. Also 4 Valentine's Day lives with Iris, the last one having Run Girls Run as well. Over in the Pretty series, I don't have specifics, but she has had a handful of Pre-para and another handful of Pre-chan events. Pre-para ended a while ago, but with Pre-chan, she had a show as recent as just 2 months ago. The Cinderella 9 series has also had a small amount of lives which she has attended, also with 8-Beat Story. These are just a little harder to track down, so again, I don't have specifics. But Cinderella Girls from IdolMaster is a lot easier to track. Nanami has been at a fair amount of these shows, like the Cinderella Girls 4th through 7th lives, Songs of Tokyo Festival 2020, the 10th anniversary Magical Wonderland tour for 2 of the shows, the Twinkle Live Constellation graduation for both days, and Ichigen Fest on day 1. Weirdly enough, Cinderella Girls has hardly ever been in any sama, and the very few times that they were, Nanami wasn't with them. But recently in February, her unit Ruby Countess had their leg of the Cinderella Girls unit tour. Maki Kawase is in this unit, the lovely lady that I covered last time, which you should definitely check out if you have not already. So now on to the fun facts. She is 160 centimeters or just under 5'3", slightly above average height for a girl, and actually in the taller half of the Wakeupgirls. On social media, she is on Instagram as well as Twitter X. And keeping up with Wagyu, she was very much the idol within Wakeupgirls, despite originally only being interested in singing and dancing as opposed to being a Seiyuu. It was actually her mother who was the one to suggest the auditions. At first, Nanami didn't like being a Seiyuu, but as the years went on, she grew to love anime and voice acting. To continue with that a little bit, she actually had the least amount of experience compared to the other members and did not have much knowledge of anime culture in general. Originally, she was not interested in anime at all, but over time, she was influenced by the other members little by little. Early on, she did not enjoy the voice acting lessons because she was unfamiliar with anime and was not confident with her acting. As her character was developing, she started to actually enjoy voice acting and began to want to work as an independent voice actress. Also, since vocal lessons were anime songs as well, she had to work even harder since she was unfamiliar with all of the Annie songs. Now on to the non-Wakeupgirls related facts. Well, kind of. These first few actually involve other members of the group, but Mayu Yoshioka and Nanami have a radio show together called Kotopan, short for Kotodama Pancake. They even did a photo book together in Okinawa and have been doing this for over 5 years now. Then her along with Miyu Takagi and Mayu again have programs on the Famitsu Game Live YouTube channel. Not like together, but they do cross over sometimes. Shoutouts to Shina Natsukawa, who is also on this channel. Speaking of this, Nanami has a bit of gamer rage. It's really funny and cute. She is a fan of the MCU as well as Disney's High School Musical series. Her favorite foods are fried rice and apple pie, and she is said to have a collection of rings and is also an impulsive shopper. Her hobbies are talking and playing the flute, as well as aromatherapy and psychological tests. She was even her section leader of the flute in the brass band club in middle school, and she did classical ballet from the ages of 3 to 15. Last couple of things here, her favorite seiyuu is the Queen of Tsundere, Rie Kugamiya, specifically because of Toradora, being the first anime to make Nanami shed tears. Also saying she learned a lot about voice acting because of this lady and her role in the show. Nanami has a cat that may or may not be named Dai-chan, only saw her use that name once and she hasn't really posted any other name. Also relying on Google Translate, so yeah. Finally, she is the producer for the group Diver Me and helps write lyrics for their songs. This group also being known as Daiba within the Denanbu franchise. And with that, we have reached the ending. Nanami is extremely cute in every sense of the word, and to me is the very definition of an idol. Her image is also very princess-like. Most of her fans refer to her as Princess as well. Hopefully I've convinced you to pay closer attention to her and watch some of her performances. If you're already a fan, well then I hope you've enjoyed and learned something new. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll join me in the next one about the Nijigasaki subunits over in the Love Live franchise. I look forward to seeing you there.